Oh, they are good? Okay, broadcast center, just checking. Okay. We'll have Danny Busman, County head coach for volleyball, give an opening statement. We can open up for questions.
All right. Well, thank you all for being here. It's exciting to start off the 2019 season. We have a bunch of new players, new faces. We lost 4 starters from last season, but so far the preseason has been amazing, and this group has worked really hard on their connection with each other off the court, but also on the court. And it does not feel like we're an inexperienced young team. So they've been a blast to coach, and I'm just excited to show everybody, what we can do this year. Go ahead.
Coach, you had the red and black scrimmage on Saturday. Some thoughts and impressions on how that went. Things to work on it before you take on your next opponent.
Well, we're a deep team this year, so one thing we got to do is figure out a lineup, and we have so many options, which is exciting. But it's also maybe the first time since I've been at Louisville that I'm really going to have to earn my paycheck when it comes to the lineup. So, but that is exciting. Our practice have been really deep. There's literally anybody can play any position, I feel like. But as far as, what we need to work on going forward is just a little bit more consistency with our serve, and, that's a balance for volleyball to serve tough but low air. And then just getting our pin hitters in rhythm, and that's our outsides and right sides. Just, we have 2 setters, and they're battling it out right now, but we got to make sure they're consistent, so at least somewhat similar.
Kind of looking at what's going on with your non-conference schedule here, this thing looks to be one of the toughest I can remember in Louisville history. Just some thoughts of that.
Yeah, I've thought about that, and why did I schedule some of these teams? But it's really exciting to open up with Florida. They were a Final Four team a couple years ago. They have a couple Louisville natives on their roster, and so I think the crowd will be into it, and it'll be a great test for us right out of the gate. And right now I feel like we're really good, but we don't really know until we play somebody else. But we did try to have a balance of really tough teams and also some teams that'll push us, but are winnable matches. So I think it's a pretty balanced schedule, but it's exciting. We got to test ourselves early.
I guess before I go in, I looked at both. Last year you had to sit from either all or most of the season. What did you learn in that time off, and how are you feeling coming into action this year?
I'm actually feeling really good. I'm super excited for this season. I definitely feel like I learned a lot just from observing and watching other players. I feel like you pick up on a lot of things whenever you're on the bench, so I'm super excited.
I'm also very excited. I think getting to travel with the team and warm up and just be on the bench while they're playing, I've learned a lot about just volleyball in the NCAA and just volleyball overall, and I think I've grown a lot just by being able to be there and see the game a lot. So I think I can use everything I've learned and just help my team a lot more this year. I'm excited.
Coach, you look at this lineup, this roster that you have 5 true freshmen on the squad this year. How was that bringing them into the program, philosophy, working out, how are things going, in practices and such?
Well, I have to first give a huge shout out to our upperclassmen. So Melanie McHenry, who's our lone senior, and the junior class, just acclimating those guys and making sure that this summer we don't have hours with them. So I really have to rely on the upperclassmen to get them ready, start to teach them what Louisville volleyball is about. And we were way ahead on day one than we've been in the past 2 years, and that has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with the upperclassmen and the work that they put in, and just their drive to make this team the best it can be.
When you look at this ACC schedule, the preseason poll had you all in 3rd place, which some people debated a little bit there, but just your thoughts on the strength of the ACC this year?
I tell a lot of people that I think the ACC is the fastest improving conference in our sport. You just see the type of athletes that are going to all the schools, the coaches. It's getting really competitive. So I thought 3rd is about right for us, maybe even plenty high, since we did lose more than most teams in the conference. But it's a challenge, and they all know that the ACC is getting better and better, and it'll be a grind. And we play a lot of the great teams twice, which is a little bit different than last year.
With your non-conference games on the road being less than 3 hours away in each case here, it's gotta be a great incentive to get more fans down on the road.
Oh yeah, of course. We'd love to get more travel league fans.
Danny, when you think about this team being kind of a young team, what potential do you see, maybe not necessarily to start the season, but kind of down the road with this group?
Yeah, we've talked a lot about that, just enjoying the process and really taking it one game at a time, but beyond that, 1 point at a time. And that's what you have to do with a young team and to not get ahead of ourselves. But I do think we have the physical potential to hang with anybody. It's just, can we be crisp and play great volleyball? And the teams that are playing great volleyball usually come out on top no matter how physical they are. So.
Anything else? Okay.
Thank you guys
Thank
all
you
for
all.
being here.